hundreds of abortion rights advocates protesting to stop the bans.
We fought for these rights as women, and it's just taken away. Having it stripped away right now it's shocking and it's disgusting.
We are absolutely destroying God's creation when we have an abortion.
Who's right, who's wrong? I really don't know. I have strong feelings about this issue, and they're on both sides of the issue. Hi, I'm Larry Meisel, and welcome to The Examined Life. I think that most people would agree that this pro-choice, pro-life controversy is about the most divisive issue we have faced in a long, long time. I don't know the right answer. I am of two minds. I'm very ambivalent. So one of my reasons for making this video is to ask you to help me out. Let me know your opinions in the comment section, because this is a channel for people interested in the discussion of controversial, diverse opinions about ideas and issues, from the tremendously important to the trivial but interesting. On the pro-life side of this issue, I am instinctively opposed to abortion, and my opinion is based on secular logic and philosophical grounds, not dogmatic religious grounds. My belief is that the state should always decide in favor of preserving human life. And scientists agree that human life begins at conception when there are 36 chromosomes. That's what distinguishes human beings from all the other species. My second reasoning is that Hitler didn't start with the Jews. When Hitler was coming to power, ideas like social Darwinism and eugenics were seriously considered and had a pretty wide approval. It was thought that it would be a good thing to improve the human race, to increase desirable traits and eliminate undesirable traits. And procedures such as euthanasia and sterilization were also thought to be acceptable alternatives to people who had severe birth defects and disabilities. It was thought that these people were suffering and leading miserable, meaningless lives, and their conditions were a burden to their family, and they were a burden on the resources of the state. But Hitler took this intellectual discussion and expanded it to the Jews and other undesirable people. And he talked about them as polluting the blood of the superior German race. He scapegoated and dehumanized and blamed them for the problems of Germany. The humiliation of losing World War I, the conditions of the Versailles Treaty, the economic problems of the Great Depression, and he turned it into justification for genocide of the Holocaust. These were inferior people ruining the country, and they had to be eliminated. So it's a slippery slope to go from theoretical discussions of Darwinism to the horrors of the Holocaust. I was talking about this issue with some friends, and one of them challenged me, and they asked, so would I be willing to charge a woman or a doctor with a crime and send them to jail for receiving or providing an abortion? And I immediately had a visceral feeling that said, no, absolutely, I can't go that far. This is an agonizing decision. And while scientists can agree that 36 chromosomes defines a human life and it begins at the moment of fertilization, how does a fertilized egg become a child? When is a fetus a person with the unalienable rights to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness? Is it at the moment of fertilization? Is it when there's a detectable heartbeat? Is it at the point of viability, when a fetus can live independently outside the womb? Or is it not until the moment of birth? These are complex issues, and the fetal development process is not a series of discrete steps and stages. It's more a curve than a bar graph. So moment of fertilization to birth outside the womb. These are value judgments and agonizing decisions that have to be made. And there are conflicting rights and interests. So I think that the government should not be allowed to forbid or force a person to be pregnant or terminate a pregnancy. So on both sides of this issue, I have strong opinions and feelings. So I really want you to let me know your thoughts about the complexities of this issue in the comment section. But I do have a suggestion. I wonder what would happen if both sides would work together on contentious, divisive issues. What if they would collaborate on trying to find solutions to related problems and issues? I hope that it would create feelings of goodwill and understanding and compassion, and generate creative, imaginative, collaborative problem solving. And there does happen to be an instance in the 1990s in Colorado Springs. The town newspaper, the Gazette, partnered with the evangelical organization Focus on the Family, because Focus on the Family's headquarters happens to be in Colorado Springs. And they worked together to create a program called Wait No More, with the goal of reducing the waiting list for foster care placement. Their strategy was to encourage adoption, and the program was successful. They increased public awareness of adoptions, which in turn increased adoptions, which in turn decreased the waiting list of children eligible for adoption, and decreased the waiting list of children waiting for foster care placements. But while people on the pro-life side of this issue often point to adoption as a simple solution, this is not a silver bullet. While 87% of adoptions in Colorado are considered successful, that means 13% have horrendous behavioral and mental health difficulties that affect both the adoptive parents and the adopted children. So it turns out that this is only part one. I was thinking that I could make a simple 5 to 10 minute video about this issue and present both sides and ask for people to comment. But in getting ready for the video, I came across a lot of information about the complexities and nuances of the situation. So I'm going to have to make a follow-up. So tell me your ideas in the comment section, like, share, and subscribe so you can be notified of my follow-up video. And help the channel grow, because my purpose for this channel is to promote civil discussion of diverse opinions about ideas and issues, from the tremendously important to the trivial but interesting. And beyond that, I have a goal for the channel, which is to become monetized so that I can donate 90% of the proceeds to Doctors Without Borders, Feeding America, Amnesty International, and a World Hunger and Poverty Relief NGO called Oxfam. And if you would like to help me help others before monetization, you can go to my Patreon page where there's a link in the description. I also put links in the description to Doctors Without Borders and Feeding America, Amnesty International, and Oxfam. So thanks for watching. Until next time, be safe, be well, and may all your ups and downs have only soft landings.